cute apartment.
It was a really,
I think they'd love to buy the house if anything happens to it, but unfortunately, I think houses now in some millions.
There you go, man.
You know,
Insane.
it really is.
So,
Because I'm sure it needs, you know, electrical, plumbing.
and
Well, if Amazon drops Boston, then prices.
yeah, when I got this guitar, it was
If you think if they pick us to build it,
If they pick Boston, then they're doomed. No one will be able to buy a house
Oh,
now for the
really?
next 10 years.
Yeah.
If they don't pick Boston,
You think, well,
then I think
he played with
investors will
Yeah.
suddenly decide
a couple of years ago.
they'll try and drop one property they bought.
I really fell in
because
love
they're
with playing. I never knew it was but he played on all these soul records that I really loved. And I finally found out that all his records were the same guy. And I was like, oh my god, and he's still alive.
Oh, okay.
And there's a long story, I could tell you a long story about it, but anyway, we've become friends now. And he's a huge inspiration to me, and a lot of what it is that I do now is directly like reflective of okay. A lot of my approach and stuff has now come from
Yeah, I know it's like the record and stuff. It's like,
thank you.
oh,
Oh yeah. But yeah, she's suited me, and I keep beating her up.
wonderful.
And I've got a bunch of spares, but I don't really use
That's
them.
the new one I keep
Yeah,
seeing
this
you playing
is-
on the internet.
Yeah, this is a new Collings that Bill Collins is a really good friend of mine, and
Breaking it in nicely.
yeah, and I really like this one, but we're working on a long-term project, getting them to start to do some stuff that I think they should be doing, construction, production-wise. This is
the signature.
no, I don't want one. It's just for their line. And Bill was a really good friend of mine. We both were into hot rods together, and we both got to be really close. And when he passed away last year, I really miss him. He was a good friend, and so in the wake of his passing, this is the first guitar where I had them try a different type of finish, and we're working on this is really thin, and it's going to be a long-term process, but this is kind of the first in that, and this thing has turned out really great, and I actually legitimately really like it. So yeah, and then Super, and then that's an old Harvard.
Oh, that's an old Harvard. Is it a 12 or 10?
I've actually got a 12 in there. It's supposed to be a 10, but that's an old 12. That's like a 12 out of a Tweed Deluxe.
Okay, all right.
And but it's and that's, I mean, tonight it didn't really matter much, but
Dude, you got something.
usually it's
Dude, you went to Bond.
it's
All fucking connected.
Thank you.
You guys like one and the same.
Thank you. Well, we have fun, man, you know?
And you bass player?
Well, we've known each other for a long time, and actually he played with us a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
And so,
Keller Tone. Blended right in. It's nice.
getting demented.
Trying.
So,
No, that's awesome.
but yeah, that and Super, and I crank
Volume of
them.
everything was like surprisingly amazing. I was expecting
Dynamics.
I was expecting to be a little louder.
Dynamics.
And I was like,
Yeah, no, it's about being balanced, and it's about not drowning out the drums. It's about being loud enough. It's about being loud enough that it's powerful feeling, but not ridiculous. And because then, the bigger the room you play, you just have more reinforcement. It's more about getting good sounds. So, and then this is all new.
yeah,
That's all new.
I saw a little switch
So-
up. So you have like a.
So, well, I finally had XTS in Nashville build this for me because I got tired of everything breaking everything. So, this is an old fuzz wah, but the wah is all blocked up. I just use the fuzz.
Okay.
And I love that, and it's a Jax from the mid-70s, a Japanese company. I really like that. I've got a couple of them. That's my favorite. It's really, I stumbled upon, all this stuff I kind of stumbled upon it, like, sort of by accident, and it's kind of like become my little, individual things that I know what they do, and I use them for specific stuff, and they're all pretty drastic. And then I've gotten really into these old boomerang wahs, which they're really good. And Yeah, no, it's
This thing was like.
well. They also
super-
these guys like rebuilt this thing and
Oh, okay, good.
welded a new bracket on it so that it's really solid
Super
because
clean.
I'm really hard on it.
Swish to it. Like,
Yeah.
just super clean.
So, and then this is an old phaser from the 70s that I got in Germany that I really like, and I use. And then this is a bass pedal. This is a
Does that
micro
give you like
synth.
that kind of like that?
Yes.
Sucky sound? Like,
Yeah,
it's like,
because it's not meant for guitar.
Okay.
It's meant for bass, so it doesn't track guitar frequencies as well. So it sounds sort of backwards.
Okay.
But it's also got like an envelope thing on it. So yeah, that was that was our old bass players, and I was messing around with this, and it was just kind of in somewhat of a neutral setting, as you see, and I just really liked what it did. So I do that, and then the old. This is the DD2,
DD2,
which is, these are really cheap, and you should go ahead and get a few while they're still cheap, because they're only like $100. But that's the earliest digital delay that they made in like '81, and everybody always buys the big purple one, the DM2, which is like $500 or something. And I actually like these better.
Okay, so
These are better, and then you can get. Not only does it sound really good as just like a delay, but like it's got that hold function, which I really like, because you can hold something and then you can.
I noticed you doing that during the.
You can make it. You can make it louder or softer, so you can kind of mix it. But you can also, like with the delay time, you can slow it down, or you can speed it up. And I really like that.
That was killer.
I really like that function.
And you can have just a basic delay. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, trying to do like synthy type of stuff.
Yeah.
Older.
I know this is kind of like a new realm for you, like the pedal thing.
Yeah.
Because you were like so.
But it was
for so long.
well. But the thing is that like the sound is still plugged straight in, up all the way, and it's like I can get really clean or I can get really distorted without anything. And then like this stuff is just like I said, like
tweed and reverb setting.
no. This is for tremolo.
Oh, tremolo.
This is a relay box for the Super, and it turns the tremolo on and off for the reverb.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So yeah, pretty simple, but.
More, right?
Well, I mean, I've kind of landed here, and this is what's really comfortable for me, and I'm really happy with. Well, that's very nice of you, Joe. Thanks.
It's amazing.
Well, I appreciate it.
Pleasure. It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Absolutely.
You guys
Like I
take
said,
care of
you
yourself.